What is up, guys? Plan Commander here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Undertale. In the last episode, we fought our way through the core and defeated my favorite boss in the game, Mettaton EX. In this episode, we're gonna carry on, see what lies beyond the core, which, if we were told the right information, is Asgore's very own home. Sorry about that. Let's keep going. So you're about to meet Asgore, huh? You must be pretty excited about all that, huh? You'll finally get to go home. Wait. I was just going to say goodbye and I can't take this anymore. I lied to you. A human soul isn't strong enough to cross the barrier alone. It takes at least a human soul and a monster soul. If you want to go home, you'll have to take his soul. You'll have to kill Asgore. I'm sorry. Well, made it this far without fighting, so let's see if we can solve this the same way. Up the elevator we go. It's quite a long elevator. Come on. Anytime now. There we go. This might look familiar. This is very similar to the ruins. But it's also overlooking the entire underground. Aside from that castle, this is probably my favorite visual point of the game. It's so cool overlooking the whole thing. It's so nice. It's peaceful. And the silence gets broken by one of the most beautiful songs in the game. This track is simply titled Undertale. I'll just let you enjoy it. I get chills every time. A long time ago, a human fell into the ruins. Injured by its fall, the human called up for help. We got a key. Despite everything, it's still me. There's a heart-shaped locket inside the box. I'll go ahead and take it. That's probably the strongest armor in the game, other than the Temi armor. But I'm not going to equip it because I like the apron, for the reasons I've said before. But there is a worn dagger, and I am going to take that. Asriel, the king's son, heard the humans call. I can't talk today, even when I'm trying to be all serious. He brought the human back to the castle. I'm just gonna say right now, if the music didn't already give you feels, this will. Over time, Asriel and the human became like siblings. The king and queen treated the human child as their own. The underground was full of hope. There we go, we got the second key. go back downstairs. Then, one day, the human became very ill. The sick human had only one request: to see the flowers from their village. But there was nothing we could do. The next day, the human died. Asriel, racked with grief, absorbed the human's soul. He transformed into a being with incredible power. With the human soul, Asriel crossed through the barrier. He carried the human's body into the sunset. Back to the village of humans. Asriel reached the center of the village. There, he found a bed of golden flowers. He carried the human onto it. Suddenly, screams rang out. The villagers saw Asriel holding the human's body. They thought that he had killed him. The humans attacked him with everything they had. He was struck with blow after blow. Asriel had the power to destroy them all. But Asriel didn't fight back. Clutching the human, Asriel smiled and walked away. Wounded, Asriel stumbled home. He entered the castle and collapsed. His dust spread across the garden. The kingdom fell into despair. The king and queen had lost 2 children in one night. The humans had once again taken everything from us. The king decided it was time to end our suffering. Every human who falls down here must die. With enough souls, we can shatter the barrier forever. It's not long now. King Asgore will let us go. King Asgore will give us hope. King Asgore will save us all. You should be smiling too. Aren't you excited? Aren't you happy? You're going to be free. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why the castle is my favorite area in Undertale. I got chills from that the first time I played it. I was shaking. That song touched me. And that story, it was so touching. This is it. This is the end of our journey. And I can say again that no matter how many times I play this game, I still always get chills at that part. Every single time I hear that song. It happens every time, and it's happening again now. I still get shivers every time I hear that. That is why I think Undertale is a fantastic game. It's not because of the reputation. It's because of the feels. Very few games I've ever played have been able to touch me emotionally like Undertale has, and that was the moment in this game that really made me realize that for the first time. So if you played this game, or maybe you just didn't like it, or maybe you were scared to go into it because of the fan base, I hope that this encouraged you to give it another shot. Because that right there is why Undertale is one of my favorite games of all time. So you finally made it. The end of your journey is at hand. In a few moments, you'll meet the king. Together, you will determine the future of this world. That's then. Now, you'll be judged. You'll be judged for your every action. You'll be judged for every EXP you've earned. What's EXP? It's an acronym. It stands for execution points. A way of quantifying the pain you've inflicted on others. When you kill someone, your EXP increases. When you have enough EXP, your love increases. Love, too, is an acronym. It stands for level of violence. A way of measuring someone's capacity to hurt. The more you kill, the easier it becomes to distance yourself. The more you distance yourself, the less you will hurt. The more easily you can bring yourself to hurt others. But you never gained any love. Of course, that doesn't mean you're completely innocent or naive. Just that you kept a certain tenderness in your heart. No matter the struggles or hardships you faced, you strive to do the right thing. You refused to hurt anyone. Even when you ran away, you did it with a smile. You never gained love, but you gained love. Does that make sense? Maybe not. Now, you're about to face the greatest challenge of your entire journey. Your actions here will determine the fate of the entire world. If you refuse to fight, Asgore will take your soul and destroy humanity. But if you kill Asgore and go home, monsters will remain trapped in the underground. What will you do? Well, if I were you, I would have thrown in the towel by now. But you didn't get this far by giving up, did you? That's right. You have something called determination. So as long as you hold on, so as long as you do what's in your heart, I believe you can do the right thing. Alright, we're all counting on you, kid. Good luck. That can go many different ways. That is the reason that I did the pacifist route. There's no turning back now. I can't go back and change what route I'm going to do. I set in stone. I'm not a killer. So let's go ahead and end this. But first, let's go see a little something. Back to the ambience of no music. You'll see why in just a moment. It's a coffin. There's a name engraved on it. Plant. It's empty. This is where the souls go. This is where they keep them. They have 6. They need 7. And we're the only human in the underground. We don't want to have to kill Asgore. But we also don't want him to kill us and take our soul. It's just a matter of what we decide to do with this situation. But regardless of what we intend, let's carry on. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, is someone there? Just a moment. I've almost finished watering these flowers. Here we are. Howdy. How can I... Oh. I so badly want to say, would you like a cup of tea? But... you know how it is. Nice day today, huh? Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. Perfect weather for a game of catch. You know what we must do. When you are ready, come into the next room. Maybe Papyrus was right. Maybe he really is just a big fuzzy pushover. He was about to offer me a cup of tea, for crying out loud. How bad could he be? How tense. Just think of it like a visit to the dentist. You can tell that Asgore isn't really a bad guy. You know that he doesn't want to do this. But it's not really like he has much of a choice. Are you ready? If you're not, I understand. I'm not ready either. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game right here. Because this is the end. This is the end of our journey. We've come this far, and just like Sans said, we didn't get to where we are by giving up. So I'm not giving up now. That's the barrier. This is the barrier. This is what keeps us all trapped underground. If by chance you have any unfinished business, please do what you must. I'm not giving up now. Let's do it. I see. This is it then. Ready? A strange light fills the room. Twilight is shining through the barrier. It seems your journey is finally over. You're filled with determination. Human, it was nice to meet you. Goodbye. No mercy. Literally. There is literally no mercy. This is it. All bets are off. There is no more acting. There is no more mercy. There is nothing we can do but fight our way through. This is your battle with the King of the Underground, Asgore himself, and it's one of my favorite boss fights in the game. Now, you might be thinking, this is a pacifist route, isn't it? So how are we supposed to do anything by fighting? Turns out you have to. This is the only point during the pacifist route where it is required to pick the fight option. You can't talk your way out of this. You can't spare Asgore. It doesn't work this way. So there's nothing left to do but fight. And Asgore? He might be a big fuzzy pushover, but in battle, he is far from it. This is a challenging fight. Very much so. It's definitely one of the harder fights in the game. I would say it's not quite as bad as Muffet, in my opinion, but it's definitely not the easiest fight in the game. It's pretty challenging, especially because you have to get used to the battle system basically right away. And it's not easy. Also, the music is fantastic. If you haven't noticed, it's actually a leitmotif. This game has the concept of leitmotif, which, if you don't know what that is, it's something developed by a opera composer named Wagner. And essentially, it basically means taking a musical melody or theme and have it recur throughout a dramatic work. This is something that Undertale does constantly. You might not realize it right away, but this song actually uses the same melody as the boss fight with Toriel, which I referred to earlier. It's called Heartache. If you listen to these two songs back to back, they might not sound like it until someone points it out, but they actually do have the same melody, just with a slightly different rhythm and I believe a different time signature as well. So, Undertale does this pretty much consistently. There's not really any song in the entire game that has a very unique melody. Pretty much every single song has in some way a recurring leitmotif, and it's a really, really interesting way to do this. If you haven't figured it out, Toriel was the queen of the underground. That is why they share the same song. This is the song of the royal family of the underground. That being said, Asgore is much tougher than Toriel was. Unlike Toriel, Asgore puts up a fight, and it's a real one. Just take my word for it. This is tough. It's definitely not the hardest fight in the game by any means, but it is very, very difficult. So just bear that in mind. He has very similar attacks to Toriel in the sense that they're all like flame balls and stuff like that, but it's a lot more intense. Doing 124 damage. Alright, so go ahead and dodge these. Alright, doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Alright, blue means don't move. I've learned this over the course of the game. Everything that you've ever known is being put to the test. I also want to point out a really nice touch. Notice that Asgore never looks you in the eye. He's crying. He doesn't want to kill you. He really is a good person deep down, but he knows what he has to do. He's one of the most compelling characters in the game, in my opinion, because of this. And I just find that to be a really, really nice detail. But tears or no tears, one way or another, we have to do this. I'll go ahead and eat that. Let's go ahead and dodge all these flames. Oh, God. Fight. Come on. Alright, he's about a quarter of the way dead. Just dodge these rings. Go through this side. Go to the bottom. Go to the top. Alright. Got through it. Blue and then move. Got it. Alright. Fight more. Fight more. We got this. I got this. I really hope I can do this first try. Oh, crap. Ooh, that was bad. Do I really want to do that, though? I'll do it. Now he's throwing flames to that side. Oh, wow. I got through that without damage. That was incredible. Alright. He's almost halfway dead. Whew, that was pretty close. I did get hit once during that, but it could have been a lot worse. Alright, blue, blue, orange. Perfect. Almost right in the middle. 109 damage. He's about halfway dead. Alright, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm doing this. I am getting out of the underground. One way or another, I'm gonna escape. Oh, crap. Alright, half dead, half dead. Both of us are. Oh, crap. That's bad. Ooh, do I really want to do that? I'm not going to do it. Alright. Just gonna keep not attacking, or not healing. I want to save that pie in case I really need it. You know what? You know what? This is the end. It's now or never. I need the health. Wow. Wow. I never knew about that. I'm speechless. That is a very, very nice touch. If you eat the pie when we're in the fight with Asgore, he remembers the smell of Toriel's pie, and his stats lower. I never knew that. That is really nice. That is a very nice detail. Whoa, I'm doing a lot more damage now. Ooh, got through that with no damage. Perfect. 242. Holy crap, I'm doing a lot to him. Oh, God. Come on. Come on, come on. Alright, 16 health, and he's almost dead. He's almost there. I can't believe that actually does something in this fight. I mean, I guess I should have, because Undertale does really have a good attention to detail. The fight with Muffet comes to mind when you do that spider bake sale thing, but that was a very nice touch. And I never knew about that until now. But that's the end of our fight. Ah. So that is how it is. I remember the day after my son died. The entire underground was devoid of hope. The future had once again been taken from us by the humans. In a fit of anger, I declared war. As I said, that would destroy any human that came here. I would use their souls to become godlike and free us from this terrible prison. Then I would destroy humanity and let monsters rule the surface in peace. Soon, the people's hopes returned. My wife, however, became disgusted with my actions. She left this place, never to be seen again. Truthfully, I do not want power. I do not want to hurt anyone. I just wanted everyone to have hope. But I cannot take this any longer. I just want to see my wife. I just want to see my child. Please, young one. This war has gone on long enough. You have the power. Take my soul and leave this cursed place. I've been told not to kill. After everything I've done to hurt you, you would rather stay down here and suffer than live happily on the surface. Human, I promise you, for as long as you remain here, my wife and I will take care of you as best we can. We can sit in the living room, telling stories, eating butterscotch pie. We could be like a family.
You idiot! You haven't learned a thing. In this world, it's kill or be killed.